Today we're going to talk about how to target your clients' neighbors with EDDM. This is especially useful for cleaning businesses. Every door direct mail is a system with the United States Postal Service. They also have similar programs in the UK and in Canada, but no mailing list is required, no permit, and no annual fees. So it makes it very user-friendly for most any small business. Now, what I'm going to show you is a little twist that I've only shown some of my clients in the past on EDDM that we've been using for years. We've been using it for EDDM and also with our neighborhood advertising campaign. We have a little saying in my own cleaning company, and I also suggest that a lot of my clients adopt this. Life is too short to clean for the wrong people. So what does this mean? This basically means that you should spend your time cleaning for the right people. If you clean for the wrong people, you're spinning your wheels. You're going to maybe be having too many callbacks and go-backs to do re-cleans. You're going to be cleaning for too cheap. You're going to be dealing with unnecessary stress that you really don't need to be dealing with. So to eliminate that from the very beginning of any of your marketing, I highly recommend that you have a picture in mind of who your ideal client is. Make sure you're cleaning for the right people. So I highly suggest that you even have a profile written down of who your ideal target prospect is. How old is she? Is she married? What neighborhoods does she live in? Does she have kids? Does she have pets? How much household income does she make? Who exactly is that person that you're going after? Once you have her in mind, then you know of the neighborhoods that you want to target. Then you know of the type of media that you want to use to communicate with her. So go after the client that you want. Now, when you actually go and clean for her, you want to be able to market to her neighbors. Now that you found her, she knows people that are like her. Market to those people. So here's the twist that's been one of the most effective uses that we've used for EDDM. A lot of you are familiar with the concept of a 5-around or a doorknob hanger. And if you're not, here's basically what that means. Once you clean for somebody in a nice neighborhood or a neighborhood that you want to clean for, you go ahead and you take a nice doorknob hanger and you put that on 5 of the homes around the house that you just cleaned. That way they might have seen your van, they might remember who you are, or at least if nothing else, it's social proof saying that you've been in the neighborhood and you're good enough to clean for their neighbors. And it's powerful, and I highly recommend that you do 5-around doorknob hangers. But here is a way that you can do 5-around doorknob hangers on steroids. It's actually cheaper and more reliable than doorknob hangers. How many times have you given your technicians doorknob hangers and found them all crumpled up inside the van underneath some wet towels? Right? How many times have you gone out and you fully intended on passing out doorknob hangers, but you didn't have time, you were too tired, you were too busy? I know one time I wanted doorknob hangers passed out, so I paid some Boy Scouts. I paid a Boy Scout troop to actually go out and pass out doorknob hangers in a neighborhood. I found out from one of the kids that one of the Boy Scouts decided to take a good stack of a couple hundred of them and just throw them in the gutter somewhere because he didn't want to take the time to pass them out. Well, guess what? I still paid for those doorknob hangers to be passed out. So if nothing else, doing EDDM can cost you just as much, but probably be cheaper and definitely more reliable. So it's kind of like passing out doorknob hangers to the entire neighborhood. So what's done is you have an EDDM postcard. It has to be a certain size. This one here is actually an 8-inch by 10-inch postcard, which is a good size for an EDDM. You have enough room to actually tell your whole story, or at least a good portion of your story. Say some things on there, put some pictures on there to convince them that you're giving a legitimate offer, to give a legitimate good offer, and also to show them the things that you do that's different from other cleaning companies. And of course, the top, you always say, your neighbors just had us over, so now here's 3 free gifts in this particular case. We do have other offers where it's either a dollar amount off or some other type of a special gift for an extra bonus. A lot of the times we don't like to give dollar amounts off because that cuts into our bottom line. That's me personally and what I recommend. Of course, do what you feel is better cleaner for your company. But we do have other offers, just letting you know this isn't the only offer that I endorse, and by no means the only offer that I recommend, although it's been a very good offer for us, where we just give away 3 free gifts, small amounts of each type of cleaning. And of course, the other gift is a bottle of spot remover that honestly we give everybody anyway, because we want them to remember us. We want to give them a small gift. We want them to remember our company. The other things are really made for cross promotion. When we go out, we don't just want to clean carpet. We want to clean carpet and tile or vinyl floor. We want to show them that we do more than one thing, right? Whenever we go out to clean for them. Now, if you have other services, by all means, have a special bonus for one of the other services. Again, this is just for giving you ideas on what to do with this. We also let them know a little bit about why we would give away this special bonus offer. And it's because they are our neighbor. We clean in this neighborhood all the time, and we want to get to know them and become friends with them. We want to give a reason why. It's always important to do that in advertising. Now, here's the other side where we actually give a little bit of a letter. We let them know that we're your neighbor. We're there all the time. We've been in business for X amount of years. Here's our guarantee, and giving a little bit more justification on the free gifts, because if there's no justification, they don't understand that it's a real offer, right? And we also, again, just let them know that we just cleaned for their neighbor on this road. Sometimes we might actually give the exact address if it seems like it's permissible for the client, and we're letting them know that we can clean theirs too. There's other special offers on the other side of this postcard. Now, the other kind of magical thing that we do on this, in this case, we've gone and taken a picture of the sign in the front of their neighborhood, and we pop that in the very top of the EDDM postcard. Now, this picture catches their attention because if they're in that neighborhood, they've seen this sign. They know that's also saying, this is you. We know who you are. This is definitely you. It catches attention. It makes them want to read it more, especially when you talk about the fact that you're the neighborhood cleaner and you talk about their neighbors and what went on at their neighbors' homes. People tend to be interested in this type of stuff. So we put that picture on there and we let them know that we just cleaned for their neighbors. This gives social proof. It's letting your prospect know that you're not just saying that we want to clean for you, but we already have cleaned for you and your neighbors, the people in your neighborhood. And if we're good enough, again, for your neighbor, we're good enough to clean for you. Now, here's another little twist that you can do. Some of my clients have used this in the past with good results as well. If you get permission, you might want to get permission for this, but take a picture of your client's house, actually put your client's address on the postcard. If you've got a testimonial from the client, by all means, put that on the postcard as well. But this way, a lot of the times they've driven by that house, but they might even know this neighbor. A lot of neighbors tend to know each other. So it's more social proof, even if they never end up talking to that client for a reference. Just the fact that you put on here that you clean for them, again, you're good enough for the neighbor. That means that you're also good enough to clean in their home. So a lot of social proof is going on here, which is a very big sales point, but as well, catching attention, letting them know that you cleaned at a specific home in that neighborhood. It's powerful. It's powerful to be able to do that. And again, if you've got a testimonial that you put somewhere up here, maybe at the top or on the other side, it's even more powerful. And then what we do with these postcards is we send them to the entire mail route. You can pick a single mail route, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how that works in a second, and mail to every single homeowner in that mail route. And when you do that, they kind of go, wow, well, I know where this neighborhood is. This is me. You've cleaned over there. Well, great. And it catches their attention, and they tend to want to use you. So using this type of method, it's cheap. To do the postage for EDDM, it's as little as 17.5 cents. Actually, if you have a bulk mail permit, it's 16.75 cents per postcard. So it can be a little bit cheaper, but you don't have to have that permit. If you don't have one, it's 17.5 cents per home for the postage. Way less than a regular stamp. And these, again, are for big postcards, not just for little small tiny postcards, but big. That one that I just showed you is an 8-inch by 10-inch large postcard. Now, we can do printing. Of course, this is printing for our members, but we do printing for 1,000 full color, glossy, nice, full color front and back, 8x10 postcards like this for as little as $110, plus around $21, depending on where you live, for shipping on these. Now, we also do have smaller versions of this and other type of postcards like this, 1,000 of them, 6.5 by 8 inch, for as little as $74 plus $12 shipping. Of course, the prices on these are subject to change, but that's currently about what the prices are for this. So, lock, stock, and barrel, this can be done for as little as 25 cents per mailing per house for printing and postage. No other fees, no other anything involved, just 25 cents for printing and postage whenever you're doing this type of mailing. So that's very cost effective. Now, the other thing, like I mentioned, it's flexible. You're under no commitment. You're under no contract. Mail as many or as little as you want. It's great. It's easy to do once you get the hang of it. Again, sometimes the problem with EDDM is cleaners tried it, looked into it, and just dropped the ball because they ran into a little bit of a bump in the road. Just like with anything else, though, guys, once you first learn how to do this, there's a couple little knickknacks that you need to learn about. Once you learn how to do it, it's really easy. And it basically involves making sure it's designed properly with the right size, make sure it's printed with the right insignias, which both of those, when we do the printing for you, for our members, we do it according to the right specifications. As long as you let us know that you're wanting to do an EDDM, we do it the right way. And then all you need to do is stack it up and mail it. Generally what we do is we count out the first stack, put it in a stack of 100, and then the other stacks we approximate by just putting them next to the first stack, and then we put a cover sheet on each stack, pick out the mail routes, just get online, pick out the mail route that you're going to go to, and then we take it down to the local post office. It takes us about an hour, maybe a little bit more than that, to actually take it down for doing even 5,000 of these. If you're doing less than 5,000, it could be less than an hour. And then it's all done. So I recommend that you mail 3 times whenever you pick out the mail route that you're going to do. You clean for your ideal client, and you decided you want to do this mailer and the sequence of mailer. I recommend that you do it in a sequence of 3. So what that means is mail to them 3 times 1 week apart. In other words, mail to them once today, once a week from today, and once a week after that. Right? That way you're giving them 3. Now, sometimes we mail the same exact mailer the first 2 times, and the third time we give them a last chance type of a mailer. That seems to be a really good formula, because then the second time you're just kind of reminding them about the same mailer you mailed them the first time, and you're saving money on printing because you're getting more printed up all at the same time. So that's a formula that we sometimes like to use, but again, do whichever formula. If you want to send something completely different the second time, then that's fine too. So what I always talk about, and the biggest thing that I see cleaners fail with this, is they don't do the repetition. There is some validity, even though sometimes, your ad rep for the Yellow Pages or the Valpak might not have been totally truthful about what repetition really is, but there definitely is some validity in giving repetition in marketing and in advertising. So sometimes what guys will do is they'll mail out 5,000 EDDMs one time and then drop the ball, never mail to that same route again, or mail to them again 6 months or a year later when they don't remember them. But it's better for you to mail them in this sequence 1 week after another, maybe as little as 2 weeks after, but definitely try to do it within 2 weeks of mailing to that same exact mail route. It's better for you to be well known by 700 people and mail to them 3 times, week after week, for 3 weeks, than to mail to 5,000 people just once, because those 5,000 people will barely remember who you are. So keep that in mind. Make sure if you do this, you're going to do it the right way. You're going to do it with the repetition. Now, we do have templates. We have the graphic design available to be able to be done for you, and we have some of the lowest costs for printing on doing some of these postcards and EDDMs. We print for hundreds of cleaners all over the place, and we are brokers for some really large printers. So we pass that savings along to our members. Plus, we even give you email and phone support. Again, if you need help, if you've totally not been able to figure out how to do EDDM, we can walk you through that and we can help you. So if you'd like details on our ad coaching club, click on the link below this video and you're going to see all the new bonuses that we've currently got. Some of them are disappearing soon. So if you're interested in joining, I recommend that you sign up right away. Also find out about some of the other things that we do. It's not just EDDM. We have brochures. We have training for Google AdWords that's really saving some guys some good money and getting them great returns on AdWords right now. We have training on Facebook ads. We have training on a lot of other things, as well as brochures and other types of print ads that we have designs and templates already done for you. So check that out underneath this video. Now, if you have specific questions other than what's on that page, email us at john@hitmanadvertising.com is my personal email, or give us a call and talk with Teresa at 850-474-1110. So just let me know what you think. Click on the details below this video.